Hey guys, this is Jaden coming at you from Team Shadow Strike, and this video is going to kind of take a break from Vanguard because I've just done the last 5 have all been about Vanguard. We've had 3 deck profiles and 2 trial deck openings. This one is going to be talking a little bit about just anime in general. Now, guys, bear with me for a moment because I got to pull up this picture that I'm going to be telling you about. Okay, guys, let's face it. Anime, cartoons, they have never been bigger. And in my opinion, I am, just looking at how things are nowadays, anime is one of the most watched things, in my opinion. I mean, you got your sports. I mean, a matter of fact, you might catch me gazing up at the screen every now and then because I'm watching the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons try. Sports, and you got all these talent shows like American Idol and The Voice, and So You Think You Can Dance, and Dancing with the Stars, and I don't know, but you know what I mean. But then you got anime. Guys, think about how many animes you know. I could sit here and rattle them off for days. Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Seven Samurai, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. We could name thousands. Did I seriously just say Sailor Moon? Good God, that show sucked, in my opinion. But, there are so many different animes, and there are so many different kinds that you can find one that you like. They're action-packed, they can teach moral lessons, they can yank on your heartstrings, they can make you laugh your ass off. There's something out there for everyone. And I was having a discussion with a very close personal friend of mine the other day, and I was, we were talking about, I made the comment, anime today is my generation's soap opera. And, honestly, think about that for a second. Do you still find yourself, I'm 22 years old, do you find yourself still enjoying watching Dragon Ball Z, watching Digimon, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And all these other animes that you see, like, on Adult Swim? I do. I love watching anime. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I find the shows very entertaining. Maybe it's because I love the artwork, maybe it's because I love the action, and I love the drama and the comedy that comes with it, but I really like it. And I dug up an old picture, and I'm gonna post it to my Twitter account. By the way, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter name is at KingT06. I post all kinds of cool things on there sometimes, so feel free to do that if you're on Twitter. But someone posted this picture once, and I know you cannot see it, but what it is, it's a picture of all these different alter universes that we've seen made through the world of anime and cartoons. And at the very bottom of the picture, it says, choose one world to live in. So I'm going to read all of these off, and I might make brief comments about each one as I pass it. Avatar, Bleach, pretty awesome anime right there, Bleach. Capcom, you might know things such as Street Fighter. Good lord. Cartoon Network, the annoying talking orange. I'm sorry, in my opinion, Cartoon Network, except for Cartoon Network Toonami, which shows all the animes, but all the other Cartoon Network shows nowadays, everything's made out of fucking Legos. I don't find the entertainment in that. It's like, wow, yeah, that took a lot of, work. Fucking Legos. Dark Horse, I don't know what that is. DC Comics, okay, guys, who doesn't know about DC Comics, okay? If you don't know what DC Comics is, where have you been living for the past 30 years? Plus, Death Note, never heard of that one. Digimon. Digimon is literally one of my favorite things. Disney, Dead or Alive, Doctor Who, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was the shit when I was younger, and it still is. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! These were the shows that I grew up on. And Dragon Ball Z was it was the perfect way for little kids to get all that energy, because you'd watch Dragon Ball Z and then you'd go out in the backyard when you're 5 and 6 years old, and you'd run around and act like you're flying around like Goku and Vegeta, and screaming at the top of your lungs and act like you're going Super Saiyan. And let's face it, if you were a little kid and you watched Dragon Ball Z, you did not live unless you attempted to go Super Saiyan by just screaming for no apparent reason. I've done that too damn much. Final Fantasy. Guys, as you've probably noticed for a couple of my other Random Rant videos, I love Final Fantasy. And it'd be an amazing world to live in. Firefly, whatever the fuck that is. Gundam, pretty popular there. Harry Potter. Heroes, the show that, that started out, was really good for 2 seasons and then just kind of sucked. Mario. Marvel. Marvel's another one of those superhero ones that we've all heard of. Naruto. Not my thing, but it's extremely popular. Nickelodeon. One Piece, whatever that is. Pokemon. Let's face it, if you grew up in my generation, you've at least heard of Pokemon and have a general, brief idea of what it's about. Pokemon is one of those things that, when it came to America, I believe sometime around 95, 94, and it's been insanely popular since, and it still is. As far as the game show, Pokemon Game Show, and your host, Pikachu! No, I meant, as far as the games go, like the games, like for 3DS, but, by the way, X and Y come out in a couple of days. But, I mean, let's face it. I mean, they've ran out of colors, so they had to go to numbers. Letters. And, Pokemon is still as madly popular as it is today, if not more. Power Rangers. You guys know I love Power Rangers. I've done segments on Power Rangers. I kind of stopped doing them because, well, for one, I just got out of the habit of doing it because so much cool Vanguard stuff came up. But as for I think the last one that I did, believe it or not, was Time Force, and I was getting ready to do Wild Force. What I'm going to do, I'm going to continue them eventually, but I'm going to do Wild Force, but then for like a couple others, I'm just going to kind of give you a brief knowledge of it, because after Wild Force, I mean, there was SPD and Dino Thunder, but then there was a couple that just flat out sucked, and they don't deserve a whole video. Elder Scrolls. Amazing. Sonic the Hedgehog. Guys, how cool would it be to just wake up one morning and just go out there and see Sonic running around and maybe work on a plane with Tails, or if you're a girl, to go shopping with Sonic's girlfriend, or go cause havoc with Shadow. I mean, that'd be a pretty cool world to live in. Star Trek, if you're a Trekkie, there you go. Star Wars, there you go. I mean, pretty much for sci-fi people, it's either Star Trek or Star Wars. I mean, I've never met someone who claims both, and I don't think that the laws the laws of sci-fi would allow it. You have to be a Trekkie or you have to be a Luke Skywalker guy. There's just no two ways about it. You're either a Trekkie. Well, no, wait, it's that, right? Sorry, guys, I'm not a Trekkie. I tried watching the new Star Trek movies that came out. They just don't catch me. Star Wars, for some reason, does. Maybe it's the shiny swords. Narnia, The Chronicles of Narnia, amazing books. Some of the movies were eh. Stargate, Stargate. TMNT. Let's face it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be pretty fucking fun to hang out with. Well, as long as you had pizza. Warner Brothers. It'd be pretty cool to go hang out with Bugs. It'd be pretty cool to hang out with Daffy, as long as Elmer Fudd or Yosemite Sam wasn't around blowing him up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be a pretty fun world to live in. Not the Zexal world, because, it would be boring. It'd suck. If I got to choose any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds I'd want to live in, I'd probably want to live as much as they've poked at that series. I'd want to live in 5Ds. Or maybe the Battle City era. Or hell, even the GX era. It'd be pretty freaking cool to go to a school where your job is to play card games. Zoids. Lord of the Rings. Fucking ponies. And Transformers. Sorry if you're a My Little Pony fan. Here's going to be a little rant. I do not understand how grown men can like little pink ponies and collect the cards. That just doesn't compute. Okay, I am sorry if you like it. You have every right to love it, and I will defend your right to like it. But don't try and make me a brony or whatever the fuck you guys call yourselves. It's just weird to me. And I apologize. And then the last one is Transformers. Okay, guys, out of all those worlds I've named, you can probably narrow it down to about 5. Because my main... If I had to narrow mine down... if I had to narrow it down... Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Final Fantasy. I mean, it is hard, guys, because it says choose one world to live in. Out of all those things that I just named, you only get to pick one. But I'm going to narrow it down to 3 for you guys. If I had to pick 3, I would want to be either Digimon, Power Rangers, let's see, Digimon, Power Rangers, or Final Fantasy. I think those would be my 3. Digimon, Power Rangers, and Final Fantasy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I was just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about anime because it seems like no matter where you go, no matter how many different kinds come out, people love anime. And it's the happening in this generation. Card games and anime. You know, the last generation had soap operas. This generation has anime. So... Anyway, guys, out of all those worlds that I just talked to about briefly and some that I knew about, in the comment section below, I want you to give me the 3 out of all of those that you would want to live in. Just 3. And give a brief explanation why if you would like to. I'd always like to have a little bit of conversation feedback from you guys. I thought this would be kind of fun. I've been meaning to do a video of something like this for a while. So anyway, guys, you have my 3. I would love to live in the Digimon world and have monsters like that. That'd be freaking amazing. I always wanted to be a Power Ranger when I was a little kid. And if someone walked through my front door right now, you know, I would and said, "Hey, you're gonna be a Power Ranger," I'd be like, "Fuck school, fuck life. I'm a Power Ranger, bitch." And Final Fantasy, who wouldn't want to carry around a big-ass sword or a big-ass gun or have supernatural powers that make you a god? I mean, you know, so anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up this video for me. Remember, in the comment section below, out of all the worlds that I talked about in this, give me your top 3 worlds that you want to live in. Numbering, obviously, from 3 being the lowest and number 1 being probably the most likely. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.